Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Cold Fire. Um, it's This energy is really weird, and honestly, I'm feeling very bored. I want to be honest. Some really old patterns and uh, just deadbeat patterns. They gotta go. Like these strategies and these tactics are just so old now, and like people are losing. These people who continue to, I don't know what they do. Like why are they even what are they even going for? Is it money? Is it property? Are they just like evil? What does standing still reveal? Reflect. Great blue heron. I'm gonna read a little bit about this. What is always mine? Box turtle. Carry. That's interesting. I will read these oracle cards later, but I want to get the reading done. I may or may not read the oracle card, so if you're looking for the meaning, that's not what I set out to do. Oh, sorry. I have my occult and angel tarot deck, which I'm going to use first to set up the basic tones. Let's see what's happening. I see a lot of zombies, not zombies. Yeah, well, people. They're like empty shells walking around. There are some people that I used to know. So there are some people that I've had conversations with, but now when like I begin talking to them, it's like speaking to a retarded version of the Slender Man. That's the thing I was thinking about since the past 24 hours, or not 24 hours, more than 24 hours, let's say 48 hours. Like, how is this? How is this going on? So the Slender Man was a creepy pasta. Like people came up with this character, like a Slender Man. He stays in the woods. He's a serial killer, um, and all of that. And then there was these uh, two young girls a few years ago. They were teenagers, and there was high school bullying going on. There were bullies in high school, and they kind of got really into the Slender Man thing, and then they ended up they stabbing someone. It was just like bullying taken really far, and then they used Slender Man to kind of convince someone to commit suicide or something. I don't remember the case, but like you'll get the gist. Like it just went so far. How is this even happening? Like what? And I see that kind of thing playing out. Like people have created their own slender man. A few days, like weeks ago, last year, let's say last month or something, around well end of November or really early December, I saw a, I don't know why, like I heard some noise outside uh, my main door. So I looked through the peeping people, and then I saw like this rectangular figure, shadow figure there, like near the elevator. And I know the shadows don't fall there, and it looked like a human figure, but it was like the Slender Man. But then it was, yeah, it was really cut on the edges, right? So I didn't make much of it, so I turned back. I was like, okay, this is some projected nonsense. And then I go back and I look through it, and it's gone. Like the shadow is gone. Then I ordered food, and then one of the persons, the delivery guy, like I think this was like a couple of weeks ago or something like that, 3 weeks ago. I really don't remember the timeline. This was somewhere around November, December. So the second incident regarding the Slender Man thing is that, so the delivery guy shows up dressed in all black, and he's tall and slender, and I was like, okay, that's weird. And his first name was the same as my divine counterpart's name, and his father's name was similar to my divine counterpart's father's name, and the last name was completely different. So, like, it's weird. Like the AIX is catching up on these little things, and it's just making a joke out of it. There are people, real people with the actually organic intelligence and great intelligence. They have they have gotten themselves so far into the grid or the matrix that they actually have their own real life slender man walking around with them, and then they're not even getting it that this I don't know what to say, you guys. Let's just get on with the reading. It's just like hopelessness, not helplessness, it's just hopeless. All right. I'm gonna cut the deck. Yeah, and then Chiron Intuitive also said that, yeah, as soon as I start reading, my nose starts itching, my eyes start itching, and then my body wants to burp and things like that. Ugh. Well, we had the Ten of Wands, Nanel, God humiliating the proud. Spiritual communication influences religious men, teachers, and men of law. Yeah, there's a lot of element of pride like involved here. Six of Cups, Celia, God who stirs all men. Motivation lifts up those who are fallen and humiliated. This is okay. We have a theme here: humiliation and um, at the hands of religiously proud people. So yeah, expect communication coming in regarding that. Like if you feel that people who are doing things out of religion or racial wars, or trying to protect their community, forgetting that forgetting that they're part of a larger scheme of things, and focusing way too much on like very small groups. And a Nine of Wands, uh, Hahasia, God the impenetrable secret. Universal medicine, elevation of the soul, and the revelation of mysteries. Okay. Yeah, there might be drugs involved. That's what I'm getting as drug crimes. Drugs are the main reason as to why everybody's turned uh, really numb in the skulls, like their senses, their brains have been numbed down. It's chemicals that they've been consuming. It's not just recreational drugs, it is chemicals through medicine, food, and things like that. And okay, the magician, Mitha, the generous god. Spiritual wisdom and magic helps one gain wisdom and discover hidden secrets. Magician cards coming up frequently. It's Mercury. The magician is Mercury, the generous god. Right. Yeah, well, the receptors in the brain have been numbed down, and so there is a lot of brain fog from all the simulated, artificially created um, mind matter, mind chatter. Fog is mind fog is always artificially created. People must be sensing static in the brain and things like that. Um, kind of hearing voices or unable to move out of whatever they're stuck in. There are two kinds of people who know that they're stuck in a situation and they're completely aware that it's going to take time and it's going to get it takes divine timing, it's going to take divine orders. They cannot speak or say things without it falling into the pattern of a complete closure on these things, versus people who are just stuck in things because like they don't know any other way, like their criminal lives, or the like they're stuck in uh, things that are part of a larger crime. Either they are victims of it or they are with people who are criminals. um, well, we have two of swords. Halfas builds towers and provides weapons and ammunition, sends soldiers to appointed places. Yeah, people are getting sent away. People are getting sent away. I didn't want to. I wanted to shuffle and cut the deck. Uh, I think this was very essential for me to take. Seven of Cups. Ose makes one cunning in liberal sciences, gives true answers on divine and secret things, able to turn others into different forms and convince them that the change is real. Yeah, manipulation, basically manipulation, changing people's physical form and or places, making it look like things have changed, but things have not really changed. Like people are saying that I've changed or I'll change, and faking it, or faking in the first place to be someone somewhat of a different character in itself. Eight of Wands, Ronovi, Teaches rhetoric very well, gives faithful servants favor of friends and foes, and knowledge of languages. Yeah, eight of one communication. Yes. Um, Swords. Andromalius returns items and punishes thieves. Reveals hidden treasures. Okay, that was prophetic. That was honestly very prophetic. Mm. That actually fits in well with what is always mine. Box turtle, carry. Like, yeah, carry. What do you carry? What is that that you carry and that got stolen? If there is something that's going to be returned back to you, um, something about languages right now, communications is kind of backwards moving. It's gotten. There are many people. There are many people. Many people who have been on the spiritual path, who who have followed their intuition versus intelligence, who have given their materialistic needs, their patterns of intelligence a break, a good break, decent break, and have been moving. So they are not. And there's a lot of people, and I can't even say 50-50 of them. There are a lot of people who are unaffected by this Mercury retrograde. They have actually moved really forward. Like there's movement, eight of wands. There's actual movement. There's progress and movement. Be careful of people who have just suddenly out of nowhere for no reason picked up a different language. Uh, so that could be like a code language that people might be communicating in, and it's no longer about breaking their codes or indulging in their activities. It's just like let it go, like let it go. Don't listen to those words. Those could be like spells and incantations too. There could be dark magic spell work, like this is 10 of cups. Hmm. I really don't know what that means. This is the second time it's coming out today. There is definitely a home, a Knight of Pentacles. Somebody stepping out of the home, following their own path. But yeah, okay. They're waiting during this retrograde period to gather more information. Rhetoric teaches rhetoric, so yes, possibly. Yeah, there are some people who are investigators and undercover. They need to learn different languages or these secret languages, secret codes, and things like that. So while Mercury is in retrograde, anyways, their communications is down. So it's easy, it gives us time to gives investigators and people who are looking into these things time to study their language and codes and figure things out, and that is what is happening. um I there is a tarot channel that does this investigation, investigative work, and his name is James. He's changed his channel's name right now, so I don't know. He keeps saying that he doesn't want to reveal the strategies, but mm, he is really right. But the these strategies are such an open secret. If this move is revealed, it's literally not going to make any difference, because I see that the dark forces, or the people indulging in dark stuff, or the AIX, the illusion, the Matrix, or all of these, let's say, opposing factors to spirituality, they they're vacant. They just don't know what they're. It's like the puppet master just cut the strings and left them for dead, like walking around. Somebody just wound the toy, the puppet, and just left it out on the street, and it's just blabbering and talking crap. And if you well, if you hear what they have to say and the way they speak about certain things, you're like, and then you figure out what the secret is and why they were talking like this and why they were trying to convince you or manipulate you or whatever it is. It's like, is this the secret that you were trying to keep? Like, seriously, like, it's ridiculous. Okay, let's go move on with the tarot reading. Let's see what we got. The moon. Yeah, well, the devil's workshop. Like, the idle mind is the devil's workshop. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. It's a, what if they're doing and they're thinking that, oh my god, it's such a big secret. I have to keep it a secret. This crime. Well, you will find the thieves inside the home. Ten of Cups, Seven of Swords. You are going to find them inside the home. You can go around the world, anywhere around the world you go. That is the first thing that you will find. The charity begins at home. Somebody's thinking about a previous opportunity that was lost, like probably during the previous Mercury retrograde phase. Yes, the thing is that the criminal mind is very petty. And if you're going to approach it with a lot of wisdom and expect it to be up to your standards of intelligence and the standards that you've reached, then it's like a mismatch. It's like a mismatch. You're definitely going to be a million times uh, more. Yeah, see, I knew I had to pull this card from the bottom of the deck, but I continued shuffling, and this is the next card. So every we expect, oh my god, there they are, the criminals. Next card coming up, people. The Five of Wands, the Cloud, the street gangs. Oh, see, I know there is a lot of really terrible activity and people are getting affected by it, and we still haven't found a solution to this. It's because I think when we are investigating crime, like crime, we're forgetting that they're really petty hooligans, just street hooligans. They just make a lot of noise and ruckus, and it if you want to break them apart, you gotta look at everybody's individual homes and houses. Start with your own home and house. Who is showing the tendencies of being a dimwit, petty, small minded, annoying little? brat, right? Start with them. They will know all of these people outside on the street, and they will be connected. The birds of the same feather flock together. These people will connect. So how uh, the divine collective, the star seed, are always connected, intuitively, telepathically. These people will definitely bump into each other. They will start talking to each other. They will start having these WhatsApp groups or groups on social media and things like that. They will communicate. They have probably different portals and messenger services that they can use to form these groups. Uh, well, not all on there, not all the groups are made of that, but there are a lot of messenger groups that are being made that are filled with these petty small these petty criminals. So yeah. There are certain races that feel entitled, like really entitled to talk crap. Certain races and religion races, I wouldn't say religions, because every religion is trying to prove its metal, and uh, rel- uh, um, a lot of religious people have crossed over from needing to hold that as a banner on top of their head and actually move towards the spiritual aspects of their religion. But there are small races within a religion, or in this world there's some races that their numbers are diminishing, or maybe their resources are diminishing, and they're unable to sustain themselves on these tactics, but still do have a lot of money, which is what they think. They think that they are all that jazz, but in fact, when they actually do a audit, or they actually look at the value of their entire race around at least the local community, and then they know that they realize that it's too small, and they have to hold on to whatever they have. And it's like spiritual communication is coming in, that you can't, you you it's not the it's not humiliating, like as in humiliation. It's like humbling, but there is like a force in the 10 of wands, and 10 is an ending, like 10 of wands. It's like it's coming with the force, like this humbling is coming, humbling down of these races, who these smaller races. And there has been people have robbed their own homes. There is definitely one one or two, like, of in every home that this has happened, there is somebody who is a star, who's a knight, who's a honest, humble knight. And this these members of the family, they have gone out around the world, and they continue gathering wisdom. They are humble, and they are the ones who are be you who, when compared to these deceptive family members or household members, or members within the race, when they look at these people, they should be automatically humbled. But all they see when they see these people who have gone around gathering experience, these wise people who have worked on their mindset, is that they don't know as much as these knights know. The knight, this is the knight errant. RKX covered the knight errant. If anybody wants to watch that lecture or talk, um, the knight errants always leave home, and they do not they do not hold any banner up. They don't say, I am from so and so religion, I'm of this name. Well, I have a name. I was born into a home which has an ancestry and so religion and things like that. But I'm not going to do any work for that. They belong to no home. They belong to no house. They move out of it. They walk the world in strength, and that's where they get their wisdom from. And this is sacred knowledge. The moon card is also divine feminine card. um, it's like these people who were engrossed in robbing their own homes, their own communities, their own uh, racial clans. they I'm sure they went around the world probably hiding, right? So they missed out on all the holy grail of information that was needed, because they were afraid. They were wherever they went, they were doing this. Whereas these knights that were from the same homes, the same community, and the same racial clans, probably, or surrounded by the same people, or part of those same people, these thieves, these plunderers, these deceptive people, they they gathered sacred knowledge. I mean, the hangman and the moon, that combination is like, it's literally, it's for the select few. And we have a sacred knowledge card somewhere here, I think. Um, mm, mm. Revelation of mysteries. Yeah, yeah. So that's, yeah. And we have spiritual wisdom, and magic helps one gain wisdom and discover hidden secrets. So that is reserved. This this stuff is these mysteries, the revelation of these mysteries, this really really deeply hidden knowledge. It's just it's so, it's like dark matter. The research into dark matter, dark energy. Um, the universe is more than 90% made up of dark matter and dark energy. What is dark matter and dark energy? We just don't know. We can't see it. It's like the secret of the cosmos. The observable universe is less than 10%, and the unobserved phenomena of the universe are what we call the dark universe, right? If we have to, if we have to gain knowledge, we of it, we have to have a lot of humility. We have to have a lot of honesty. We have to have a lot of loyalty. We we have to have the strength and tenacity to detach completely, disconnect completely from what we were born into, what we were given, and what our people were doing previously, and continuing that over and over again, like till we basically just kill each other. That is literally like a offer from um that is like literally praying to the devil. And the ones who have gathered this wisdom will obviously not get the offers. Like, so these wise knights, like, who actually pursued a knowledge, sacred knowledge, um, and walked the spiritual path in this material world. And they if y'all are the honest, hardworking, sincere people who have gained access to spiritual wisdom, if you're expecting to be able to see the offers that are mainly going to steer you closer to the devil, or demonic forces, or the cabals and the cults, that's not going to happen. That is not going to happen. So you're going to have to actually practice divination to get information if you are investigating on any kind of crime, any kind of threat, theft, or any kind of internal threat that you have inside your communities, localities. If you're investigating secret societies, you're not going to get that invitation or offer to join them. So you are going to have to practice divination, and um, draw out the mysteries and secrets on your own. That is what I'm getting. Because first off, these people have no powers. These thieves have no power. I mean, this card literally has no power, and they're leaving a trail. So you really don't need to go like an undercover and join these calls or whatever, and uh, figure out anything. They're leaving a trail, and this person looks so proud of being able to steal something and run away. I don't even think they're running away. They're trying to sneak, but they're being so dramatic about it. They're sneaking out, and all 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 the while being so loud and creating such a ruckus and so much chaos that they get caught anyway, like with very little investigation. First of all, observe these tendencies of people being stingy and hoarding and so focused on really small amounts of money. It's also, it's not even because they don't have the money. It's just that that's their IQ level. That is the IQ level that they need to function in to be able to do this. Or that I mean, IQ can be honed, like you can become more intelligent, and from intelligence you cross over into wisdom, and then IQ doesn't even matter. You probably have a 1,000 point IQ if you give any IQ tests. So um, yeah, I'm getting a very I'm getting two different energies. It's like there's the very very wise people, these knights, knight errants that have moved, and they've moved into the realm of sacred knowledge, wisdom, and that is where their lives are at. uh, but they are still needing to investigate these petty crimes and criminals. Sure, like, these crimes, like these drug crimes and these murders, and all of these things, they have been really prevalent, and they do cause a lot of harm to society and things like that. Mm, but honestly, I think now I think that
It's 1 o'clock.
the importance of It's not an unsolvable mystery. It's no longer an unsolvable mystery. Look for the Slender Man. Look for the stories. Look for the made up stories. Look for the creepy pastas that they're using. Not like the internet creepypastas or any other thing that they're using as code language or to spread fear and things like that. It is that small and petty. It is that small and petty. We have the Eight of Wands again. What's happening? Like Mercury retrograde, everybody wants to talk and move. Well, I think it's the Five of Wands people wanting to talk. Um, well, it wasn't for the Five of Wands. I'm being asked to put this here. All right. Eight of Wands. Probably these like-minded criminal people are moving, or they're trying to change their communication channels, or they're probably leaving behind a communication channel. Yeah, they're probably leaving behind a communication channel that has been broken or discovered by the police or investigators, or it's corrupt. Like, the channels are corrupt. Um, but they're trying to get away with something, and they're leaving a trace behind. Like even dark magic or like anything done on the internet, it always leaves a trace. Magic always leaves a trace. Internet stuff that you've done since the time you were probably born can be traced back to you. It's no longer a very big deal. And especially code languages. If there's basically a code language or a secret system that they're working on when it comes to communication, and if they really think that there aren't people who, or now just basic computers and machines that can hack the code in like it doesn't take hours, it literally takes minutes. This FOMO that people are going through is really stupid. These knight errants, these honest, some sincere souls that are walking their spiritual path. It's like this fear of missing out that you'll have is just because you're probably feeling outcast from these kind of groups and these kind of homes, family, houses, offices. You'll feel an outcast from the scourge. Don't feel outcast. I mean, yeah. Well, you would definitely refuse an offer if it was made to you by these people in the first place. So okay, yeah, okay, I understand. Like there are near to no options that you have with these people that you probably knew in the past. But what are you gonna do? What are we gonna do about it? We can't be sad. We just gotta stop talking crap to ourselves. Like this Queen of Swords, I was just saying, like cut the crap and move on, move on. Like learn better ways, more spiritually inspired ways. Follow your inspiration. Follow your intuition. See where it takes. Stop being so petty about this. That's the message. Stop being stop feeling sad that you're no longer part of these groups of people or groups of any kind. I mean, you can't be. How can you be sad about being a self-sufficient and inspired person. Is it the people? Is it the need to have these people? Most of them are like that Slender Man thing blown out of proportion. A creepy pasta blown out of proportion. It's a computer generated, or like, it's the matrix generated. People. Okay, I'm gonna get a few cards from this Edmund Dula deck. Let's see what the story is about. What is happening? What is this weird energy? Weird. It's like even these groups had help and support from the higher ups, and they're not getting that anymore. Like the puppet masters have basically snapped the strings and abandoned the puppets. I said this earlier on in the reading. We have the magician at the bottom of the deck there, and we have the three of pentacles. They've been working on building something. Two of wands. They're waiting. Somebody is waiting on information regarding this. The puppet. Oh my god. We have the death card here. The death card is basically a lethargy spell. That is what I feel. We have the Queen of Swords here, like doldrums. Yeah, work isn't happening. It's not working out. Whatever they were trying to build, whatever it is, that crime circle. Maybe they were trying to create something, a new drug or something like that. A new, literally a new drug. That is what is coming in, because I was watching a movie earlier which spoke about this unique drug, and I think they're so stupid, and with absolutely no help from higher up anywhere. Like that amount of stupid is not going to be able to create anything, and probably somebody who has invested in this, which was equally stupid and had no idea what anything is about. This girl looks so vacant. I mean, she has no idea that, like, drugs are bad. She has no idea about anything, right? And this kind of a person, this airhead, is just like probably invested in this business, and she's just waiting for it, and she's going to wait until her last. She's going to waste her time waiting. She's getting nothing from this. Yep. They can keep prowling as much as they want. They can keep thinking about this as much as they want. This is just a lost cause. Absolutely lost cause. Five of Cups, disappointment. Nothing's happening here. Lost cause. It's done. Whatever this group was up to is done. And the investigators have also just moved on, because there's literally nothing happened there. Just a lot of people died, and now it's just like a negligent homicide investigation. which is very simple. It doesn't require too many human beings to be a part of it, uh, especially not this circle. It's just very easy. The information is going to be found out very soon. The case is going to be closed. A lot of people are going to be relieved of their yeah, they're going to be revealed. I mean, what's the point after like you have revealed yourself as a criminal like so openly, because you have gone around yelling on top of your voice and creating chaos and noise on the street, a lot of drama and cloud stuff on the street. If you've done that in public places, um, how are you going to how is it going to benefit if you create a new code language? All of the evidence on you is first of all out there in the open due to your behavior, and all of these abandoned factories or outlets, whatever they were building, those can be traced back to you very easily. There was definitely undercovers. Now they feel that they should have just told them that they are undercovers. It was, I mean, the undercover investigators also really didn't have too much brain work to do. It's just probably they were just waiting for this cloud to quiet down, to stop trying hard. There are some cards upside down here, so I'm going to straighten this up, and I'm going to get a few cards on this. And so these clouds are, it's a, well, I can't believe that some people like thought that it was. I mean, them moving overseas was going to help. What? They've been channeling stuff from their altar or some portal. Probably they they have some sort of, they've developed a website or an app, or they use these messenger services and created like a collection of, or maybe they were like spying on these knight errants, these wise people, these people who were on pursuit of knowledge, the illuminated, the real Illuminati, not the cult and cabal that used the word Illuminati in a very wrong way. So, so let's say this digital or cloud altar, they're not getting that information from there either. I mean, they can hear, oh, they can eavesdrop. It's not even spying, it's like eavesdropping, because they don't understand how they're they're incapable of understanding. So they're missing out on everything, literally everything. Even if they're hearing the words, even if they're reading the uh, messages, even if they're hacked into people's uh, profiles, it's just, it's like unfathomable to them. It's just like, what? I'm not getting it. It's like, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. Okay, that's what it is. It's looking like to me. Okay, nothing's falling out. So, um, one last shuffle. That one back. I was tempted to check, but then it, no, lady, 8 of spades, That is Ace of Swords. 29. Expect something on the 29. Whip. I knew this was going to come out. This was at the bottom of the deck earlier. Yeah. We have the Six of Wands. One more card, please. Shit. And then at the bottom there, we have the house again. All right. So, hmm. This is like the people that have been undercover. They're like the lady of the house or the kingdom spouse. That is King of Hearts. That's the King of Cups. You know, there's a King of Cups and a lady of the house who's had to probably be very low, lay low, pretending that she's lost her status and things like that. But no, that's not true. She's still a queen, privileged lady, pretending to be poor. There are spiritual privileges that she has, and she's she's engrossed in spiritual investigations, and there is this home of love that is being created. The king is busy building this home. I'm seeing this home for he's making this home for his lady, his queen. It's been coming up. I had a vision of it earlier, or epiphany of it earlier rather. But I think currently that house is there is a different house that we're focusing on currently, where these people, it's like a compulsion. They're being whipped into working towards it. The Jack of um, Clubs is the Knight of Wands. It's like they're being straightened up. They're being straightened up. It's like a correctional facility. That's the home that we're talking about. Correctional facility. This could also be making someone do hard labor, not hard labor, like working around the home, doing house chores as a mean of correction, as a way to correct their behavior. There's the cross there, the Six of Wands. Right underneath the death card, like there are people who are doing death spells and thinking and keeping death notes and things like that, writing in them or keeping in them, or doing some kind of manifestation, like the magician is here twice, manifesting death upon other people. If death is a consequence of doing something, and if you've had a message about that, that is not wishing for death. But if you've actually wished death upon people for because of jealousy or something like that, it's different. And this death is coming. There's a this looks like a like those this, this looks like one of those girls who were involved in that Slender Man um, bullying slash suicide stabbing. There were three high school girls, and one of them died. This one looks and behaves like one of the girls from that group. And there is a girl who died here. And apparently, there was a space in the woods with a cross and a house where this apparently the slender man was seen or spotted. It's just a projection. It's just a projection. It's just internet creepypasta coming to life, taking form in a physical form, in the form of shadow, illusion, hallucination. It's like all the people who have suffered because of these people and the activities, the ones who are in correctional facilities right now, they are 10 of spades. 10 of spades is also that victims of a drama, that is 10 of swords, the ones who were betrayed and backstabbed and actually lost their lives. They're moving on. They're moving on. They've had safe passage and their souls have moved on. The souls have moved on. There is a release. There is an ending. We have two tens, 10 of wands, and we have 10 of spades. Okay. The list of stuff that these people have done is so long that the list of crimes and actually recording it down, the people who are recording this down are, I think, going to really need like a 10-year vacation after this, because it is there is so much there is a lot of stupidity involved here. There's These are not high IQ or high brain function crimes like these. They're these serial killers who never got caught. They also have a very high IQ, which has led to mental illness. They've become the villains. But these are criminals who have really low IQ and they have indulged in criminal activities, occult rituals, spell work, manipulation in the name of manifestation, and all of that. Basically use manifestation as another code word to communicate with each other. That is what I'm getting. So these are the correctional facilities. These are the mental illnesses coming from a kind of letting your mind rot, letting your brains die, never using your brains, always trying to get the easy way out. Like it's like codependency on being a part of a group, codependencies on your home. Not codependencies, like unwillingness to leave that behind and gather any strength of their own, perpetuating that, being a part of this group of people, family, community, race, locality, neighborhood, school groups, college groups, what's messenger groups, continuously wanting to be a part of a group. That lowers your IQ, so you're so okay, the somebody else will do it. Somebody else will do it. It's always about somebody else will do it. So you take one small task and you split it amongst 20 people, 5 people, 3 people, whatever it is. Very small tasks split between 5 people just because you're lazy to think and plan. That leads to a very weird kind of mental illness. And that is the correctional facility. These people are sent in. Some very precious people have lost their lives, and but their souls have been audited to be good, and they have had safe passage and they've moved on. That's all I have for you. Bye. See you next time.